Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to talk about one of my students' new all-time favorite activities. They are obsessed with it. They can't stop asking for it. It is counting bears. So I bought the one from Tina's Toy Company on Amazon. This is not sponsored. I bought this because I knew my students would, I kind of guessed my students would love it. This one comes with rainbow cups. So 6 cups and 2 tongs, 1 pink and 1 green, which the students love, love, love being able to pick up like this. So in addition to cups and tongs, it comes with a dice that has, 1, 2, 6 on it, and a dice with colors on it. Yeah. And then also inside the bucket, you get your counting bears. So this set came with like these mega big bears. There's also like these medium and small bears. So you could just use these and say big and little. But if you use this one, you'll have even one bigger. It'll be like large, medium, small. And some of the kids call them like dad, mom, and baby or something, which is cute. And then because my students were absolutely obsessed with it, they kept asking for bears or teddies. So cute. I decided to make a companion activity. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I would use the counting bears with my students and also show you the companion that I made. Let's go to my living room. All right, so here we are in my living room. This is the bears set. Super cute. So what I typically do is I ask which color tongs they want, and then I'll take the other one. This is something, I think you can get extras of these on Amazon because this only came with 2. But typically I have either had a group of 2 students, so I let them have the tongs, or I take one of them and they take the other. And I keep the bears over by myself or in between us, along with the cups I'll keep over by us. And before I made all of my companion stuff, I just used what it came with, which was the dice and the colored dice. So what I usually do is I just had them roll. So 4 yellow. So I would fish out 4. And we would look at it and we would talk about what size the bears are. Oh, how many little ones? How many big ones? How many medium? Because remember, this set specifically came with like these big, like these mega big, including medium and little bears. A lot of the sets only come with big and little, which is pretty fine. And then once we're done counting, talking about the color, and if they're the same or they're different, I will put out the yellow cup and I'll say, let's put them in the cup. And they love going like this and putting them in the cup. Oops. And I haven't had any students have any trouble with the tongs. They all have been able to use them quite well. Sometimes they get a little like, they try to like break it in a way, like they try to pull it apart, and none of them have broken. They're all in pretty good shape. So then we keep going, we take turns, and eventually we'll have, all the colors out with all the different numbers of bears. So I'll say, oh, let's look inside. Like, which one do you think has the most? And I'll get like a whiteboard and we'll write out which one has the numbers, and we'll talk about this one has the most, this one has the least. Oh, we were right. And then they love at the end getting to dump in the bears. And with the cups and stuff, you just kind of have to wedge them down so that the tub can close. It's a pretty flimsy tub. So that's how I use what it came with, and I just couldn't believe, like, we could literally have fun doing this for 30 minutes. So I just really wanted to find ways to use this activity, but expand on it with my students. So I just kept it picturing, like, more play-based activities. So I made these little backgrounds, like a sunny day, the mountains, a jungle, and these are just like tents that you can print, and these aren't laminated. I just did it on cardstock, and you can like set it up, outer space. So little backgrounds, so you can actually just play together with the bears. And then with each background, I tried to think of some kind of like manipulators you could play with. So I did a wagon. I did a mountain for the mountain scene, like you climb up the mountain and down the mountain. Let's see. I did a car, a little like cottage for like a house that the bear could go into, and you could talk about family, and then also a rocket. And you can use all these, you know, interchangeably. You don't have to like stick with the background that it goes to. But I just really wanted something fun, kind of to make it more like, almost like a dollhouse activity. Oh, and a monkey for the jungle. How cute. So you can have friends. And then I did do some sorting mats. So I did colors. With mine, I realized I forgot brown, so I did add that. If you do go to Teachers Pay Teachers to buy this, I did add a brown circle. Obviously, mine only has red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. So you could actually sort right on the mat, like that. Then I also did what you did first, second, third, last. You could sort them onto there. Also, you can sort by number. And I also did a help your bear get home. So you could just each pick a small bear and put yourselves at start. And you could use the dice here. Otherwise, what I did was I created these super cute numbered cards. And what I did was I just printed 10 copies of them. And I also left them as tongs, because then maybe we could use them for some other activities as well. If I do end up buying some more tongs on Amazon, I could, because they just love these things. They're so fun. So I just printed 10 copies. There's numbers 1 through 4 in this deck. So set that there. And I like big because some of my students need glasses and don't have glasses, or I have visually impaired students. So I like to do bigger decks rather than smaller decks, and they do fit into these card cases that they sell. I think this is Iris brand at Michael's. I also, when I print my stuff from Teachers Pay Teachers, I like to keep the blank ones because I can write, when it's laminated, I can write with them on dry erase marker, and I can create my own targets. So there were about three, blank ones from this particular deck. And then what you can do is you could just do for articulation 1. And the color doesn't mean anything. It's just a picture of a tong. So they could just pick one bear. So they could just move their bear with the tong, or with their hand 1 space. So they're 1 space closer to getting home, and they could do their articulation card 10 times to get that turn, or you could just have them do it 1 time and make a sentence. However you want them to like earn their turn, up to you. So then I would have them do their word 10 more times and flip. And they get 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you could have multiple players. So that's how I would do articulation. And then for language, I did these cards. This was like my whole idea behind making this companion, is I wanted some language pictures that actually use the cups and the bears. So like looking down into the cup, this one has more. When we're talking about, like at the end, if we were wrapping up, if we played with the dice, this one has more, that one has less, or has the least. So I tried to give you different options so you could kind of pick. You don't have to use all of these, like which vocabulary you want to work on or what you like best. So I have more, less, most, none, in front, little, medium, little, small. So little, small, large, big. I tried to give you options. And so for these, I would put these right here, and I would have, when they take their turn, I would say, okay, can you do, let's take a bundle, which one has more? And when they demonstrate it, they would get a turn either rolling the dice or picking another card, so they get to go 3. So that would be like a language turn. I also did cards with each of the colors. So again, I don't have black and gray and white, or pink, so I would take these out. But if you have them, oh, here's another one big. So I would keep all language together. You could also keep these in here if you're working on colors, because you could say grab a red bear, see if they get the red bear. Let's see, so those are colors. I also have the numbers, so actually 5 bears, and I did 1 bear through 6 bears. So you could have them count out like, oh, you got, so with this, I could add that to that deck. Like, hey, okay, so what's your next turn? Okay, can you put out 5 bears or put them in the cup? I also did same and different. This is a really good activity for same and different, like same size, same color. Next to, behind. Okay. Great for, these directional ones are also great with the backgrounds because you can do like, okay, go, can you put them on top, up the mountain? And you can, you know, boop, 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 move them up the mountain, down. I also wanted to create another option. If you didn't want these, you could use the move 1, move 2, move 3, move 4. So you could use these with the language deck and try to do like move 2 big ones. So you could use those in combination. So under, over, top, bottom, in, out, right, left. So tons of different language targets, colors, numbers, just all different ways that your students can enjoy playing with their counting bears. So when I clean up, I just have everything fitting into this task card box, and all of these go in here. So I hope you guys find this as much fun as my students do. Again, this is the only stuff that I didn't laminate because they have to be folded, so they make little tents, so I use cardstock. The rest of the stuff I printed on cardstock and I laminated. That way I can use dry erase markers on the blank cards, and they last a longer time. So that is the counting bears and how to use them in speech therapy. They are a very, very flexible activity that you can do. Let me know in the comments if you have used counting bears, and I would love to hear what your favorite activities to do with them are. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that looking into the counting bears was helpful for you. Please go to LaceyJoy.com, sign up for my newsletter. Let's be buds. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. And also check out my Teachers Pay Teachers store, the Counting Bears activity I'm going to upload right after I upload this video to YouTube. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks.